I'm living a dream. There's no question about this. Not only am I Kentuckian, a Letterman, alumnus of Kentucky, and for me to be able to lead this program is a dream come true for me. A program that I truly love. When I took over, I introduced to our program what I call Operation Win. Operation Win is a simple term that our players understand that we want to win in the classroom, and our GPA went 0.4 of a point higher than the previous semester. We had 40 kids over 3.0. We had 3 that had made 4.0. So we're winning in the classroom. Second, so we want to win in the community by doing community service, getting into churches, building a program that the Big Blue Nation and the Big Blue Nation is spread throughout the whole country, can embrace what's happening at Kentucky. And they will only embrace what's happening at Kentucky if they feel good about what's happening in Kentucky. The third thing that Operation Win means is we want to win on the field by getting into the film room and doing everything possible and learning everything possible about our opponents, getting in the weight room and making sure nobody outworks us. And the third thing is getting on the field and trying to develop and perfect the skills that we bring to the table. So that's what Operation Win means to us. Operation Win is in full effect. Our coaches did a really good job of selling our plans to the 2010 recruits, and we finished recruiting really strong. Recruiting now is at an all-time high. This time last year we had 2 commits. We now have 14. So for us to continue to grow this program, we have to continue to recruit talented young players with character, and it's the thing that we talk about at Kentucky. You recruit talented young players with character, and get them in our program, teach them how to work hard, and then also develop them. With that, I'll take questions.
All those guys, young players, is Randall Cobb. Talk about what he's meant to your program.
He's meant a lot. He's one of the dynamic players in the country, not just this conference. And for us to be able to go out and sell the Interlochen UK, and kids come up to you and ask you about Randall Cobb, because he's one of those players that everybody in the country loves because of the number of things that he can do. He's a kick returner. He's a punt returner. He's played quarterback. He's played some running back in our Wildcat package. He's now talking to me about playing defensive back. It won't happen right away, but he could do it. He's one of those guys that you never put anything past him. So he's been a huge asset to our program and continues to grow the program when he came 2 years ago.
Coach, can you talk about the addition of T. Martin to your staff? And did he sell himself by saying you need this Tennessee guy to help stop that streak?
No, well, T's a guy I had my eyes on a long time, because I knew I would be in this position. So the one person the position that I thought I had to replace was me, the receiver coach. So we've had a chance to visit with T on numerous occasions, with Randy Sanders who was his position coach at Tennessee. Randy been on our staff and been our coordinator. So T's come up to visit. So I've had a chance to visit with him. At a high school game in Atlanta, when I saw T. Martin walk in and how all the little young kids were screaming T. Martin, T. Martin, I got on the road headed to Auburn game after watching a game in Atlanta, and told Randy Sanders, we got to hire this guy. I mean, he's a huge name in the South, and the kids still recognize and remember him winning the national championship at Tennessee.
How do y'all recruit in Atlanta or in Columbia or wherever? How do you sell UK to the kids down there? Because I think you'd have been in the Commonwealth, it'd be tough to staff or get 25 kids to play.
There's not enough kids to fill 25 kids in Kentucky. There's no question about it. In Kentucky, we have to sign the best players in Kentucky. Can we win a championship with recruiting all Kentucky kids? No, but we can't win a championship without recruiting Kentucky kids also. So we feel like that we have to get in some of those heavily populated areas in regards to football players, and Atlanta is one of those. The other areas that we get into is the state of South Carolina, Florida, Texas, this state here, Alabama, Tennessee has been one of our states that we've targeted, and also the Indiana area. So we go out and try to just sell not only the University of Kentucky, our players, the Randall Cobbs, the Morgan Newtons, the Mike Hartlines, the DeQuinn Evans. We go out and try to sell those guys. And the thing that's happened with our TV package, we're on TV now every week. That means a lot to us to be able to get our players recognized throughout the country and in the areas that we deem as places that we have to be in to recruit. So we're selling those guys, we're selling our beautiful university, our state, and then this great SEC.
We've asked the other coaches, how much of a concern is it for you as a coach and administrator, this player agent issue, road runners, whatever, and their inappropriate activities with student athletes?
It's a huge concern, but we at Kentucky have done a good job of educating our players and the consequences that you face if you are involved with agents. The other thing that we've done is we have put it on our young players to police what's going on with the upperclassmen because they will be the ones who be affected the most by it. Those older players, they move on. They move on to the NFL. They move on in their lives. Those young players are left behind, not able to go to bowl games, not able to play on TV, not able to compete for championships. So we've educated our young players in this thing too, and say, hey, you police this thing. You don't want anything, any of those guys to do anything that might affect you, and it will affect them.
Talk about replacing Coach Brooks and how do you keep the success that he's managed to build over the past 4 years? How do you keep that going through this season?
Well, placing Coach Brooks, I mean, he's a legend. He understands this game. He's one of the smartest football coaches I've ever been around, and for him to deem me his successor means a lot to me. The foundation that he has given the program here at Kentucky will not change. We'll continue, like I say, to recruit talented players with character. We'll continue to teach them how to work hard, and then we will continue to try to develop our players, which will in turn continue the growth of what's happening at Kentucky. We've got a lot of really good players on our football team, and that's how we have done it, is identifying those talented players that really understand how to work hard, and then we have done a good job of developing those guys.
Talk a little bit about Derek Lock's play. How key is he going to be?
Derek Locke is another dynamic. Like I say, he's a dynamic player that can hit the home run for us. I mean, there's very few guys in this league that can go 80 yards on one play. Derek Locke is one of those guys. He does it from the kick return position. He does it from the running back position. He does it from the receiver position when we pop him out and run screens and those things with him. He's been trying to convince us to do the Wildcat package with him also, and I'm not sure he couldn't do it. But Randall is one of those guys that that understands all the checks that you have to do when you're in the Wildcat package, and so it's hard to put Derek in that situation. But he's a guy that when the game's over, he's got to have a lot of carries for us to be successful.
In basketball country, what's the support like right now in that country?
It's unbelievable. If one thing that we try to do is use our basketball program to get kids on campus. Then they see we have one of the top 25 teams in attendance. They see a strong academic program that we have at Kentucky. They see that we're one of 4 teams that had winning seasons in the SEC. They see that we've been to 4 bowl games. We also are able to sell our message of Operation Win when we get them on campus. So we are using the John Walls and the Brandon Knights to get kids on campus, and then in turn show them, hey, here's what we have in football.